Now, just when you thought Diddy's courtroom chaos had hit its peak, baby, think again. Not only did his bail request get shut down, but things went left so fast that his lawyer turned into a full-blown first responder right in the courthouse hallway. I'm talking legal defense 1 minute, lifesaver the next, like something straight out of Law and Order. Crisis Unit. In today's video, we're diving deep into the madness, the hallway emergency, the legal ripple effects, the possible sentence, and yes, even Dez Bryant's messy Twitter antics aimed at Cassie. And spoiler, the internet dragged him harder than Diddy's reputation got dragged into that courtroom. Let's get into the mess, the mayhem, and the meltdown. Picture this. Sean Diddy Combs just got denied bail. Everyone's thinking that's the headline of the day, but baby, nope. The real drama. It popped off just outside the courtroom doors, right after that bail hearing flopped. Diddy's lead attorney Mark Agnifilo, the man who's logged more courtroom time than reruns of Judge Judy, stepped out of the Manhattan federal courtroom on the 26th floor, and boom, somebody drops right there in the hallway. Like actual medical emergency going down. And instead of freezing like most of us would, Agnifilo, still in his suit, goes straight into action. Like he's been training for this moment. He straddles the man to keep him from cracking his skull on the marble floor, rolls him to the side to keep his airway clear, and basically goes full survival mode while still mentally juggling Diddy's legal nightmare. Is this real life? Is this man secretly moonlighting as an EMT? I mean, maybe that guy hit the floor because of the verdict. I wouldn't blame him. Then the cavalry pulled up. Agnifilo's law partner, Jacob Kaplan, slides his backpack under the man's head like it's a medical pillow. Agnifilo's daughter, Sophia, who's a paralegal, by the way, teams up with someone from Diddy's family to check vitals and make sure the man's breathing. Mark later said, and I quote, "I can't imagine a busier 5 minutes in my life. Sir, that's the most polite way I've ever heard someone say it. Was absolute chaos." He said he'd dealt with seizures before, so he knew what to do. Which is comforting, because let's be honest, most of us would have just screamed and fainted ourselves once the man stabilized. Agnifilo dipped out like mission accomplished, met with Diddy in the holding cell, and then showed up at the press conference like he didn't just save someone's life in the middle of a federal building. We don't have a full update on the man's current condition, but cameras did catch him being wheeled out on a stretcher, and just when things looked like they might slow down, rewind. Earlier that day, Diddy had just been found guilty on 2 counts of transporting for prostitution, but he beat the bigger charges: trafficking and racketeering. The courtroom drama. Straight out a scripted crime series. X is testifying, FFF marathons. A defense lawyer claiming Diddy and Cassie had a modern love story. Be for real, that's not a romance. That's a fanfic gone wrong, especially now that new surveillance footage just released by CNN seems to support some of the abuse claims Cassie made in her lawsuit. The video, from March 2016, shows Diddy assaulting her in a hotel hallway. Her lawsuit, filed last year and settled the next day, described behavior that looks eerily close to what's on that tape. Loving relationship. Agnifilo, come on now. And get this, he said he woke up at 3 a.m. the night before the verdict. Not from nerves, not from nightmares, but because he had a gut feeling Diddy would only be convicted on the lesser charges. Man literally texted his law partner, "Be ready to post bail before sunrise." And boom, he nailed it. Now here's the $1,000,000 question. How long is Diddy really facing behind bars? The defense says maybe 15 to 21 months, possibly time served. They're like, he's been locked up since September, Your Honor. Can we just call it even? But the prosecutors, oh, they're heated. They wanted the serious charges to stick, and now they're pushing for 4 to 5 years, minimum. They're citing the alleged 7 women he flew out, the hush money attempts, like it's straight out a mob script. Their argument: these sentencing guidelines aren't here for decoration. Now it's in the hands of Judge Arun Subramanian, and according to former federal prosecutor Nima Ramani, the judge probably won't veer far from the book, so don't expect miracles. But don't count on a life sentence either. Still, if Diddy somehow walks, no telling what storm that's gonna stir up.
Well, get to hiding. Diddy was just found not guilty. Hide all your baby oil. There ain't gonna be no more baby oil in the United States when this boy get out. You already know the Diddy party's about to go crazy. But on a serious note, he was found not guilty for everything besides paying for dudes to come clap, Cassie. We gotta be honest, we all know the trafficking charges were cooked the minute Cassie was talking about she FaceTimed her husband while she was getting on with Diddy, and how she kept going back. 100% guilty of domestic violence though, and abuse. But that wasn't on the case, so yeah, he's free. We all knew it was cooked when 50 Cent baby mama now tried to play victim, but then doubled back and said, "Hey, call me Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe, or Michael Jordan when it comes to the free calls." What? And she kept going back because she didn't want to live a regular life. She wanted her 17K in bills. We knew it was cooked when all the witnesses that kept saying, yeah, Diddy was a monster, but then later admitting that, yes, we begged him for our jobs back. We begged to go back to him. I knew it was. We knew it was cooked when the FBI tried to say, oh, we want to qualify if you fly a girl out and you do something that would be labeled as trafficking. The whole world was like, nah. We not doing that. Don't get it twisted though. Diddy is definitely going into the New Testament of the Bible for sure. Bro has surprised devil himself with the antics that he has doing, especially with them rubber duckies. His image is cooked. You feel me? Any celebrity that go to this new Diddy party that we know he about to have when he get out, they claim he probably gonna get probation. He probably be out by late December, maybe beginning of next year. Biggest party we ever finna see, bro. And the other celebrities that you know that you was doing things with him, but you never came out about it. Oh my God, you better hope he don't put all this out. I got a feeling he gonna put all this out. Oh my God, I'm praying for y'all, bro. Hey, watch out for the baby oil.
Defense attorney David Schwartz thinks Diddy's staring down the full 5 years just off how wild his behavior was throughout the trial. He said, sure, it's just prostitution on paper, but let's not act like Diddy was out here passing to out church pamphlets on tour a whole angel. Be serious. Now technically, the max sentence per charge is 10 years, so he could be looking at 20. But the real action is happening behind closed doors right now. The probation office is cooking up their official report, and both legal teams are sharpening their arguments like it's Jeopardy! Sentencing edition. As of now, sentencing is locked in for October unless Diddy somehow convinces the court to move it up, but Judge Subramanian made it crystal clear. Sir, you're staying put. Now since we're already in messy territory, let's talk about Dez Bryant real quick. Because so why did you log on to Twitter just to say Cassie wasn't a victim? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? CBS reporter Ashley Nicole Moss posted in support of Cassie, and Dez decided that was his moment to jump in with, she ain't innocent. Sir, we literally just watched that hallway video like it was Monday Night Raw 2016. What are you even saying? Twitter wasted no time. People lit him up instantly. One user said, did you forget we all saw her getting dragged on camera? Another reminded everyone, didn't you get arrested for assaulting your mom? The internet wasn't playing with him. Called him a weirdo, a clown, a sick F. One person even tweeted, you have a daughter. Would you say that to her face if she went through something? Make it make sense, Dez. The logic was nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, Cassie's attorney Douglas Wigder came through with a reminder. Her civil complaint, filed back in November 2023, is what kicked off this entire legal firestorm. He praised her for speaking out and said she's made a lasting impact by standing up. According to him, she's doing well and is satisfied that Diddy's finally being held accountable for 2 federal charges. So yeah, between the court circus, emergency hallway hero moments, and Twitter crescendo burns, this case is still spiraling like a tornado of legal chaos and tone-deaf hot takes. And Dez Bryant, sir, worst timing ever to hit post. The internet dragged you like it was biblical. That's for Diddy. He better brace himself. With sentencing creeping closer, this legal roller coaster isn't slowing down. It's giving full-on Power episode energy, except the writers are the feds, and every twist gets darker than the last. Let me know down in the comments, what did you all think about Mark Agnifillo's hallway rescue mission? Is Diddy actually going to serve some serious time, or will this just end with a light tap on the wrist? And real talk, what would you do if someone collapsed in front of you right after a court verdict? Be honest now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you don't miss the next scandal, twist, or meltdown, because trust me, this Diddy drama, it's far from over. See y'all in the next one, and please, don't be like Dez on Twitter. Just don't.